embrace your breast, see your breast, feel your breast, touch your breast. My name is Naana Asante. I'm a proud nurse. I'm a business owner, and I'm also the founder of Embrace Society. So I lived in the US, and I knew being a nurse and just the information out there, you knew that once you turned 40, you needed to get checked. So I started checking it every year. Then at some point, they told me my tissues were dense. So the once yearly mammogram was not enough. So they recommended that I do a mammogram and an ultrasound every 6 months. And that's all it took. So for me, June 2014, mammogram, ultrasound, everything was fine. And I went back December 2014. And that's when they told me, you need to come back for further. We see some changes. And then, by April, I'd been diagnosed with DCIS, which is like the earliest form of breast cancer. They said DCIS, I'd heard of breast cancer. I knew there were stages, but I'd never heard of DCIS. And I was diagnosed in front of my mother. So I didn't want to break down in front of my mom. I was working that same night, so I went into operational mode. I'm the kind of person, I need to know what I'm dealing with so I know how to deal with it. So I went into work and I spent the whole night just trying to figure out what is this breast cancer, what is DCIS, and what my treatment options were, and how to even find a doctor to treat me. Oh my goodness, there were so many people. One of them being Juliet. Because when you're diagnosed with something like this, especially when it comes from a place, at that time, I didn't know anyone who had breast cancer. But I'm one person who I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed. There's a saying, "One tongue yari I better when you." So I'm not afraid to tell people what I'm going through or what I have. And each time I said it, people will, "Oh, I'm praying for you. Do you mind if I tell so and so?" I don't mind. This is not anything that I stole. So through that, just different people from my colleagues at work. That same night, my colleague told me about an amazing doctor in the whole same hospital that I worked. I didn't even know. Had I not opened my mouth and shared my story, I would not have had the opportunity to get treated by Dr. Carson. So yes, different people, family, God. The one thing that I want people to understand is, as I sit here, I never, ever thought it would happen to me. I don't think anyone who gets breast cancer thinks it'll happen to them, but 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed. So if there's 8 of you, chances are one of them will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So it can happen to any of us. I remember when I was diagnosed and I told my son, one of the first things he said was, "Why you, Mom?" And I remember saying to him, "Why not me? Why should it be somebody else's mother?" Breast cancer looks like a man. Men get breast cancer. Breast cancer looks like a 17-year-old. As rare as it is, they also get breast cancer. Breast cancer looks like me. It looks like Juliet. It looks like a white person. It looks like a rich person. It looks like any of us. So don't be afraid. I often say, we're all going to die, right? But you want to go into it fighting. And the way you can fight breast cancer and beat it successfully is if you get screened and they catch it early. We don't live in a system where regular mammography is done. Doctors don't routinely check you for breast cancer. So you have to empower yourself. You have to own yourself. At Embrace, we have a campaign called Embrace Your Breast. And I say, you know what? I'm not saying embrace your breast. What is it? Embrace your breast, see your breast, feel your breast, touch your breast, because early detection saves lives. I'm not saying that do it because you're looking for breast cancer. I'm saying that your breasts are part of who you are. I think for me, everything is a big win. We were in the Asante region of Wase, and we encountered a lady who had been diagnosed for a year. She couldn't afford to pay. She didn't go to Confanochi because she didn't know anyone. And because Embrace has patient navigators in the hospitals, Confanochi, Kolebu, Ho, Volta, Tamale, I was able to call a nurse and tell them that, I had this patient. The next day she came to my house. I was able to hand her over to the nurse. Now we're looking at ways that we can help her financially. I mean, that's big, that's a big win. That has a potential to save a life. So for me, just being alive, I don't believe that anything is a small win. Stay healthy, stay healthy in exercising in what she eats. So if you must have burger, 80-20 burger is 80% lean, 20% fat, and 100% delicious. So you get to enjoy, you stay healthy while eating good food at the same time.